In the annals of human history, some moments define generations, alter the course of nations, and shape the destiny of the world. One such moment occurred on June 6, 1944, when the largest amphibious invasion in history took place. This monumental event, known as the D-Day invasion, marked the beginning of the end of World War II. In this documentary, we will embark on a journey to explore the intricacies of this historic operation, dissecting its strategic importance, the valor of the men who stormed the beaches, and the profound impact it had on the course of the war. Prelude to D-Day, the gathering storm. Before we delve into the heart of D-Day, it is crucial to understand the context in which this audacious operation unfolded. The world was in the throes of World War II, a global conflict that had raged on for nearly 5 years. Nazi Germany, under Adolf Hitler's leadership, had conquered vast stretches of Europe, plunging the continent into darkness and tyranny. The need for a decisive Allied invasion of Western Europe had become increasingly apparent. The Allies, comprised of the United States, the United Kingdom, and other nations, had long planned for a large-scale assault on Nazi-occupied France. But it was only on June 6, 1944, that they finally embarked on this perilous endeavor, codenamed Operation Overlord. The strategy behind D-Day. The sheer scope and audacity of the D-Day operation were unparalleled in military history. It involved the combined efforts of over 160,000 troops, thousands of aircraft, and a formidable naval armada. But the strategy behind D-Day was not just about numbers, it was about deception, timing, and precision. The Allies, led by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, chose Normandy's beaches as the invasion point, a location ideally suited for the surprise attack. They employed a massive campaign of disinformation to mislead the Germans about their intentions. They created a phantom army under the command of General George S. Patton, complete with inflatable tanks and dummy radio traffic, diverting the attention of the German forces away from Normandy. The unforgiving seas. As the sun began to rise over the English Channel on June 6, 1944, an armada of over 5,000 ships set sail for the coast of France. The Channel, notorious for its unpredictable tides and treacherous waters, was not a forgiving adversary. Despite meticulous planning, the crossing was fraught with danger, as the flotilla navigated minefields and potential German U-boat threats. Imagine being one of the soldiers aboard those landing craft, knowing that the fate of the free world rested on your shoulders, with the daunting cliffs of Normandy drawing closer with every passing minute. The longest day. D-Day unfolded on a day that would soon be dubbed the longest day. At precisely 6:30 a.m., the first Allied troops began their assault on the Normandy beaches. The landings were divided into 5 sectors, each with its own codename: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. Among these, Omaha Beach would become the most infamous. As the first wave of American troops approached the shore, they were met with a withering hail of machine gun fire and artillery. The beach was heavily fortified, and the carnage was staggering. However, the sheer determination of the soldiers, coupled with the support of naval gunfire and infantry, eventually led to the establishment of a precarious foothold on Omaha Beach. Utah Beach, on the other hand, saw a relatively smoother landing, thanks in part to a navigational error that brought the troops to a less heavily defended area. This fortuitous mistake allowed the American forces to secure their objectives and gain a critical position for the overall success of the operation. The Canadians and the British. To the east, Canadian and British forces faced their own set of challenges at Juno, Gold, and Sword beaches. Juno Beach was assigned to the Canadians and became a battleground of fierce fighting. The Royal Canadian Navy provided invaluable fire support, allowing the Canadian infantry to push inland, capturing key objectives. Gold and Sword beaches, assigned to the British, experienced a relatively smoother landing compared to Omaha and Juno. The British armored divisions moved quickly inland, linking up with airborne troops who had parachuted behind enemy lines in the early hours of D-Day. The airborne heroes. Before the amphibious assault, thousands of Allied paratroopers and glider troops descended upon the Normandy countryside in a daring nighttime operation. Their mission was to secure vital bridges and road junctions, preventing the Germans from reinforcing the beaches. Many of these brave soldiers landed far from their intended drop zones, facing confusion and intense combat. Yet, their actions played a vital role in the success of D-Day. Securing the beachheads. By the end of D-Day, the Allies had secured the beachheads and established a foothold on French soil. The cost, however, was steep. Thousands of brave soldiers had given their lives, and many more were wounded. The beaches of Normandy were stained with the blood of heroes who had paid the ultimate price. D-Day's enduring legacy. The success of the D-Day invasion marked a turning point in World War II. The Allies now had a solid foothold in Europe, from which they could launch a series of offensives to liberate Western Europe. Paris was liberated in August 1944, and the march towards Germany began. The resilience and valor displayed on D-Day and the subsequent battles served as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fought for freedom. It was a day that demanded the utmost sacrifice, but it was also a day that changed the course of history. The sacrifices of D-Day were not in vain, as they paved the way for the defeat of Nazi Germany and the end of World War II. In the face of tremendous odds, the D-Day invasion stands as a testament to the power of courage, planning, and determination. It remains a symbol of the sacrifices made by those who believed in the cause of freedom and democracy. As we reflect on this historic event, we must remember the men who stormed those beaches and those who gave their all for the liberation of Europe. D-Day's legacy endures as a reminder that when nations come together with a common purpose and an unwavering commitment to justice, they can achieve the extraordinary. In the words of General Eisenhower, "The eyes of the world are upon you." On that day, those who embarked on the perilous journey across the English Channel were not just soldiers, they were the embodiment of freedom and hope. D-Day was not merely a military operation, it was a beacon of light in the darkest of times, a reminder of what humanity can achieve when united by a common goal. It is a day that will forever be etched in the annals of history, a day that changed the world and shaped the destiny of nations.